What would you do if everyone told you to give up? This story might change everything you think about that question. In a quiet valley lived a young man named Samuel. He wasn't special, wasn't the fastest, strongest, or smartest, but Samuel had a fire inside him. He wanted to carve beautiful statues from stone. Every morning before sunrise, he walked to the river. He would hold a stone and whisper, "What are you hiding inside? I'm going to find it." But the people in his village didn't understand. "Samuel, stop wasting your time with rocks. Come work in the fields," they laughed. Even his friends said, "You'll never make money carving stones. Stones don't feed you." His own mother worried, "Please get a normal job." Every word cut like a knife. But every morning, Samuel still walked to the river. He carved, he cut, he shaped the stone with his hands. Weeks turned into months. Then came the moment that broke him. Samuel showed his work to the village. An old man said, "This is uneven." A woman said, "The nose is wrong." Children laughed, "Stone fool, stone fool." Something inside Samuel broke. He told himself, "They're right, I'm not talented, I should have listened." One day, Samuel stopped going to the river. He put his tools away in the dark corner of his hut. Instead, he went to work in the fields like everyone else. The dream didn't disappear. It became a quiet ache in his chest, not painful enough to cry about, but never silent enough to forget. One evening, after a long day of work, Samuel sat alone by an old stone bridge. A stranger appeared. This man had white hair and carried a walking stick with beautiful symbols carved into it. "You look heavy, boy," said the old man. "What burden are you carrying?" Samuel was surprised. This stranger could see something in him that others couldn't. "I wanted to carve statues," Samuel said, his voice shaking. "But everyone laughed at me. They said I wasn't good enough, so I stopped." The old man looked at him with kind eyes. "When you carved, did it make you happy?" Samuel nodded. "Yes, very happy. It was the only time I felt truly alive." "And when you stopped, did their laughter stop echoing in your mind?" Samuel lowered his gaze. "No," he whispered. "It got louder." The old man smiled. "Then their laughter was never your enemy. It was your teacher. It showed you what happens when you give your power away." The old man reached into his pocket and pulled out a small broken stone. "This stone is imperfect. Most people would throw it away. But inside this stone is a story no one else can see. A beautiful story, but only if you keep carving." He placed the stone in Samuel's hand. Then he stood up and walked away into the moonlight. Samuel never saw him again. That night, Samuel couldn't sleep. He held the broken stone in his hand all night long, and something began to wake up inside him. Something quiet, something strong. The next morning, before the sun rose, Samuel walked back to the river. He took a deep breath, and he began to carve again. His hands remembered, his heart remembered. The villagers noticed. Some shook their heads. He's still wasting his time. But something was different about Samuel now. He heard their words, but they didn't touch him. They bounced off him like rain on stone. Day after day, he carved. His hands moved with a calm rhythm, chip by chip, shape by shape. Days became weeks, weeks became months, and then one day something magical happened. A small child from the village stopped and stared at one of Samuel's sculptures. "It looks alive," she whispered. An old woman came closer. Tears ran down her face. "It looks like my son. I forgot his face until I saw this statue. Thank you." More people came, the same people who once laughed at Samuel. They stood in silence. Nobody laughed. Nobody criticized. And Samuel just smiled because he finally understood he didn't have to prove them wrong. He had to prove himself right. Years passed. Samuel became known across many valleys for his sculptures. People traveled far to see them. But Samuel never changed. He still worked by the same river. One afternoon, a young boy approached him, shy and scared. "Sir, I want to paint, but everyone says I'm not talented." Samuel smiled. He reached into his pocket and gave the boy a small stone, just like the old man had given him. "Don't paint for them. Paint for the silence inside your heart. Let the world say what it wants, but never stop carving your own heart into your work." When the sun set that day, Samuel sat by the river alone. He whispered to the river, "Thank you for never leaving me." The river whispered back, "You never left either. You just forgot who you were." And Samuel finally understood the whole truth. The world will always have voices that try to stop you, but the loudest voice is the one you choose to believe. When you silence that voice inside, the voice that says you're not good enough, everything changes. Your dream is not measured by who believes in it. Your dream is measured by how deeply you believe in it. So here's what I want to tell you. Keep carving, keep creating, keep fighting, not for the world, for yourself. The world doesn't get to decide who you are. You do. Only you. Stay strong, stay peaceful, stay true, and never, ever give your power away.